Welcome back to Woodworker's Workshop. I got it's winter set in, and I started the fire a while ago, and right now it's 7 degrees Celsius. It was 1.2 degrees Celsius in here this morning. So here's what we're gonna do today. This is one of our color prints in the store. This is a Polar St. Nick, plan number 203. And on the back is the peel and stick that you remove. Of course, this is the tacky part. We're going to take some scissors, we're going to cut around the perimeter, and we're going to apply it to this piece of plywood. And then later on, we'll try some of the smaller ones that come with this on scrap wood. This is our piece of plywood. It's a piece of scrap left over from previous project. What I'm going to do is I might just hit the sander to it, although it's pretty smooth. I can probably just use it like it is. Might want to avoid this kind of stuff. I guess the company that sold this plywood, they tried to make good one side because the other side, the holes aren't filled at all. And in their attempt to make good one side plywood, well, you know, they did a half-assed job. So I'll try to avoid that. Should be enough room there for that Polar St. Nick. So yeah, just simple peel and stick, and rub it in real good to make sure it sticks. Cut around with a jigsaw. Paint the edges once you're done. Sand them and then paint the edges with some black so that the black kind of, you know, goes with the edge of the color print. And we're done. So let's get this project moving. This leftover stuff makes great labels too, like, you know, if you need to label jars or cardboard boxes, or, you know, you can just make them however big you want, keep the scrap, and then you just peel and stick. I mean, pen can write on it, pencil of course, marker works really well, and it doesn't streak. So you just had that there. So sticks really well. So we got the guy cut out basically. You can see I didn't cut out of here yet. Here's where you have an option if you want. If you don't want this long stick out by itself where it might break off or something like that, you know, what you could do is leave this part of the plywood in place. And once you got your color print adhered to your plywood and cut out with your jigsaw, you're still left with this and these two little images here. Just take a like a X-Acto knife or a razor blade or something like that, and just follow the line up and around, and then once you've got that cut, this part will peel right off, and then you can just paint all this black if you want. That's the idea that just come to me, so I just might try that and see. Otherwise, you can just, you know, cut out the stick and be done with it. So I'm just got this position now, but where I want it to be, just kind of holding it in place and looking to see if there's any bad spots, like down here. So I might move this over a little bit and then recheck. I'm going to move it up a little bit because there's a little knot there, so I'm just going to come up this way. Check here. The rest of that looks good. So at this point, you have two ways you can go. You can just start, you can put a weight down on your project. this is a nice heavy 10-pound weight, and you could peel back a bunch of it and drop down the first half, get that in place, and then put on the second half, just like the plywood as it is by itself. Or you can, like I said, take the, you see some really rough spots, right? It's not too bad, I suppose, and we can always experiment with this color print and just see how well it sticks with it being rough like that. It should be okay, because it is quite tacky. But what I am going to do is I'm going to vacuum this just to remove all the dust, get all the dust out of there and dirt, and that way the color print will stick that much more.